Hannah.
And I'm Lavonda. Welcome to Homeschoolific. So today we figured we'd answer your questions. We put a video out a couple of videos ago about us moving from the city to the country, from Las Vegas to Texas. And so here we are to answer your questions that you all put in the comments below.
So welcome to Homeschool on the,
Homestead, right?
Homeschoolific on the Homestead.
Yes.
Okay, first question. Did you two move together?
We did.
We did move together. One big happy family.
Yes.
So how do you feel about it?
I love it. I've been enjoying it. So we've got our sides of the house, and we have our own kitchens and everything. And I love that we come together twice a week.
Yeah.
It was 3 times, but now it's down to 2 times a week, so that we each get a day off for cooking. So their family comes to our side, and we eat together for dinner that I make, and then my family goes to their side, and we all have dinner together. And it's nice because it just feels like a big family.
It does. It's really nice. I actually, was like, okay, I think it'll be good. I didn't think it would be great, but it's actually great. And it's one of those things where you start to wonder, like, why aren't more people doing this?
Right.
It's so economical. It's so much fun. You
Yeah.
get to live with your best friend, and your kids get to live with their friends.
Yes.
And it's like, and it's just really great. But then when you're ready to kind of just go to your own spaces, you have your own spaces. So
Right.
it's
That's
working
true.
out really well for us.
It is. And it's funny that she said she thought it would be good. It was her suggestion that we come together in the house.
suggest
She's like, I
a
thought
bunch
it'd
of
be good,
things.
but it was great. So that's funny.
I suggest things all the time.
She does.
I made one suggestion about where our bedroom was in the house, and it was a terrible suggestion. And I'm living it out. So, I'm just saying.
Oh gosh.
They're not always good suggestions. Question 2. Was it current events that made you guys decide to move?
The current events sped up our timeline. We had other friends that we were going to come together with, and we had been looking at property, but we thought it would be a few years from now. I think it was like 2 years ago. Another friend brought it up to us because my family wanted a homestead. That was kind of been our dream. And their family wanted one, and he came up with this plan to bring us all together.
Elaborate plan.
It was with a point system and everything. We love you.
Creepy.
We love you. If you're watching this, we love you.
Nah. You better be watching.
But it actually was a beautiful plan for us to live as a community together, and with everything that's happening, it kind of everything sped up.
Our plans were never meant to go to Texas, but yeah. We changed our location based off of current events, so that did it. And then opportunities arising, also changed it. And so yes, current events in a nutshell did create this situation, but to live together on the same property had been the plan for at least 3 or 4 years, I want to say.
Well, I think it was 2 years ago, but we had like a 5-year plan for it to it just got knocked up. Yeah.
Maybe you didn't know that was my plan 3 or 4 years ago.
It was
always my plan. Okay. All right. So the next question is, what made you guys choose Texas?
I'll let you answer that one.
Okay, so that was still a work in motion. We're trying to figure that out. No. In reality, we were looking at a few places for both of our families. Texas was always something as an option, just because the laws and the kind of, I guess you could say, feel of it, even the homeschool laws are similar to Nevada's laws. And so it was always kind of on the radar. But really what happened was God just opened the door, an opportunity arose, and we took it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
Pretty
how
much.
it happened.
That's all you're going to get.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Last question. How are the laws different?
The homeschool laws?
Homeschool laws different.
From Nevada, for us, we were homeschoolers.
Mm-hmm.
Here, if you homeschool, you're considered a private school. And so, I'm
almost the same though.
Yeah, we had our own homeschool name in Nevada. We just, brought it with us here.
They didn't say it that way though.
Right. And in Nevada, when you're in school, there's no letter of intent. When you change your address, you have to send a letter of intent.
You mean in Texas, there's no letter of intent?
Yeah, I'm sorry. In Texas, there's no letter of intent. In Nevada, there was.
Right.
Even if you've been homeschooling, if you moved, you'd have to send another letter of intent to your district.
Yes.
And here, there's nothing.
You just do it.
You just do it.
So you take if your kid's in public school, you just take them out and say, we're homeschooling, and you just do it. It's a little weird for me.
You know, but that's how it was. I'm originally from Michigan, so that's how it was in Michigan.
You
so
just do it, huh?
Yeah, we just did it.
Okay. I don't know. I kind of loved having that official paper that was like, you're a homeschooler.
Right.
And like,
that paper also got us discounts in Nevada. So
Yes.
that was another way as proof. Here, I don't know.
The homeschool group I'm with, they're making ID cards, but they're making it right out their printer. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess like you can
So
make
we
your
should just
own.
print our own. And
Yeah.
there's sites that we can go to
Yeah,
to
like,
print our IDs.
hey, I'm a homeschooler. Give
And
me
we
a
still
discount.
have our old IDs too.
We do,
So-
because we had them in Nevada as well. But other than that, pretty much the same. The homeschool groups seem to operate pretty much the same. Larger, more of them, I would say, than Nevada. But Nevada's a really big homeschooling community as well. It's just not, I don't know, we don't all come out to play as much together.
Yeah, I don't think
I
so.
know, it's very strange. It's different. It's different, but here it's a little different. But
And we're still getting used to things. We don't really know the lay of the land.
Oh yeah, we should say how long we've been here.
We've only been here for just under 2 months for
And-
my family.
We've been here a little over 6 weeks, going into our 7th week.
Okay, so let's go back. We sold our house. For people who didn't watch the previous video, you should watch that one. I don't know if we really gave a lot of details, but just watch this one and that one. So
And you'll get it all together.
Yeah, so we'll have all the information. My family sold our house and we moved here, and we needed to leave sooner because our house sold quickly, and so we got here
Really
before
fast.
they did.
Yeah.
And then they came like 10 days later.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so so we were. I guess the point of the story is that they came ahead of us,
Right.
and we were about 10 days, 2 weeks. 10 days was it?
Yeah, about 10 days.
About 10 days after them, and we did all of this within. They did it less than us. We were 28 days, and you were.
I don't know. It was 20 something.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
short. From the time we said we would do it to now, it was fast. But
Oh, wow.
currently,
That's so distracting. Like in the background, there's a cow peeing.
I haven't seen that happen.
I was
Anyway,
like, what is that? Sprinklers.
Any regrets?
No.
No.
We still have a lot that we are doing and we are going to do. And there's something on my boot. I couldn't figure out what it was.
There's a snake in your boot.
Oh, gosh. Not ready for that yet. We're still transitioning from city life because I've never lived in the country.
Smidget for us, just a very small part.
I had a garden and some chickens, in our backyard in Las Vegas, but that's as close as we got to country living. So
We lived in the mountain. That was the closest we got to country living.
Yeah.
And so, but I've always been country in my heart, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any regrets. We'll see.
right. We're still working through some challenges because, we have the house is nice and it's quirky and there are things that still need to be done. And so there's just a whole thing.
Homesteading comes with a whole thing.
It
and
is.
So if anyone's thinking about doing this is something, we should make a video about that.
Yeah.
Eventually we will, once we get
Once
our
we
hands
get
in
through
it.
it.
Yeah.
We got to get through some stuff first.
Well, we're taking notes for you. So stay tuned for Homeschoolific on the Homestead because we are taking notes.
Yeah.
But, and homeschooling is going well.
Yes.
It started off a little slow.
Oh, yeah.
But,
It started off as a halt for us because we were not homeschooling. On the way here, we took a break getting in, moved in. We took another break for Thanksgiving and then did a little bit, and then another break for Christmas. So now we're just kind of really getting in the groove. So, it's been nice. They haven't completely lost all of the information.
No. And we'll do a video on how we homeschool. A couple questions that I have seen people ask us in person was, are we homeschooling together? How are we homeschooling? How is it working? And things like that. And so stay tuned for our next Homeschoolific on the Homestead video to talk about that. But for now, I think we'll wrap this video up.
Yeah. So if you all have more questions, put them down below. I'm sure that there are more people who are interested in what we're doing, how we're doing it, wants to see our process, even when we start the garden and all that. So just comment below the questions that you have, and we'll get to them in our next Q&A video.
All right. Thank you so much for watching us on Homeschoolific. If you have any homeschooling questions, we would love to consult with you. We have courses that we can offer you on homeschoolific.com. All right. See you next time. Bye, y'all.